I'm gonna see if I can't get the primary and the backyard all in one. You can see right here too, another crack. Kind of surprising because this house is listed at $285, so it is shocking me a little bit. But this area here is huge. Like, I'm not even sure how to fill this large of a space myself personally. But it's nice to have the amount of space. And then going into the primary, you have French doors. And it's kind of a not perfect square or rectangle. You have this quote unquote bay window bump out. So there's not a seat, but it does bump out. You could almost get 2 king size beds on this wall if you had them like right next to each other. That's how big it is. I don't think it shows very well on camera how large this wall is, but plenty of space here. You could put a dresser with a TV against that wall, and you could even do like a loungy seating kind of area over here. So really nice size room. A couple more cracks here and along the ceiling. And then primary bathroom's pretty nice. So you have 2 separate vanities. You do have a window, which it's high up, so no one's gonna be able to see in here. These are both medicine cabinets. Yeah. Oh wow, it's even mirrored inside. Ooh, fancy. Might be a little too much mirror for me, but. And then you just have the one outlet. I'll get the closet in just a second. Both of the toilets have been upgraded to kind of that European style looking toilet. And then they did the Schluter on the edge here too. So this one's metal, the other one was tile. But the tile goes all the way to the ceiling, and you have a half wall going into the shower. That looks like it used to be a shelf, and it was probably designed to be a little footrest so you could shave your legs. I don't know what happened there. And then this being product shelf, but you would also have this shelf to put product if you wanted. Ow. I just hit my head on this like an idiot. Okay, and then closet. Oh, the closet's motion censored. So just one single rack. But it does go all the way around. And then they put a shelf down here, so if you wanted to like, I don't know what you would use that for, stack folded clothes, or maybe you put your shoes there, I guess. I'm not quite sure. But it's really tall, so I would say that's a 9-foot ceiling. And if you don't like the way that this is all arranged, you could just rip that out. And it's a pretty big space that you could probably configure in a more ideal setup. And this is roughly about 5.5 feet tall because it's almost exactly my height. Here's another crack on this one, going all the way up and down pretty much. And then the slider, it slides pretty good until you get to about here. And I can no longer just push it with 2 fingers. You gotta like, I mean, it opens, but you gotta actually give it some push. Okay, so covered back patio. Looks like the patio was a extended afterthought. But it's really nice, big size patio. And this is your yard space. That's your gate. right by your front door. This is your shed. Actually, let's get in here. This is your shed. Why is it like that? Oh, just the sun, I guess. It's on a slab. Pretty standard shed. So that's your gate and that's your front door. This purple plant grows really well, but it can also overtake. If you can see, like, they probably started with just a couple of plants, and there's little babies sprouting to the left and right. It will spread. So some people like it because it's a really pretty ground covering, and other people don't like it because they would say it's invasive. It will just kind of take over. These little trees, there's one here and one in the front. Those are fig trees. These are roses. There's a lot of these little, they call them knockout roses. So they grow like that. They don't grow like your perfect rose, but there's that one. This is all roses. I think these were as well. So there's quite a bit of those. I don't know what these little guys are that are not doing so hot. Some cactus. You can see more of the purple plants. If I zoom in, you can see them. So you just gotta like be mindful that they can take over. But it's a nice yard. There's quite a few plants that are pretty happy. And then the other thing to note is that, let me stand on this and get you like a good view of over the fence. So this is utility easement. There's nobody behind you, but you have the tower. So you've got power lines back here, which may or may not bother you, but just something to consider for resale value. But otherwise, it's pretty cool.